In this video, I'm going to explain to you the importance of role models and mentors in your life. But first, remember to subscribe, stick around to the end, and check out the links in the description for some cool stuff. Now, I've been mentoring for quite a while now, and it was when I had to volunteer for this thing called DV, which is where you go on an expedition for 2 days and a night, and you have to do some volunteering, physical, and skill for 6 months or so beforehand. And for my volunteering, I chose to do Scouts, which is an organisation that helps develop your kind of woodland and tribal skills or whatever. And this was cool to me at the time. I'd done it before and it was alright. So I decided to volunteer there, and I seemed to become a mentor to some of the kids there that just needed help on things in their life. And I genuinely started to affect their life. I'd help them with their workouts, their diet, all kinds of stuff. I'd just have fun with them, and when I'd see them in school, I'd give them tips and tricks outside of this Scouts thing, as well as give them tips and tricks on how to do the actual kind of Scout stuff. And I seem to develop a nice connection with these people, and for some reason a lot of people think that's weird or something. However, I think having a mentor is something that's perfectly normal. Having a mentor is something that's necessary to kind of succeed in life, because you can learn from your mentor's experiences, and your mentors can give you tricks that mean that you don't face the same obstacles that they did that hindered them massively in their life. And it's one of the reasons I decided to start this YouTube channel and life coaching, was because I seem to genuinely affect these people and improve their life. And I thought that if I could do that to people who weren't in my local community and were in other countries so many million miles away, then that would be great. And it's why I decided to do life coaching as well, because as I said, I had a big effect on these people, and it would be great if I could do that to so many more. And if you want to try that out, then it's in the link in the description. But also, I'm also kind of now looking for a mentor, because no matter how much I mentor these people, I also want to improve myself so much more in the terms that I want to be able to provide for a future family, and start a business so that I'm not tied to a job that I don't like and stuff like that. And a mentor would be something that's so useful to me, because as much as I am useful at mentoring people on their health and stuff, I am still a young child, only 16, that doesn't have much real world experience, and a mentor would be something that's obviously useful to me, despite the fact that I seem to be someone that these children look up to. These children think I'm a God-sent gift, and I'm their mentor, but I really need someone as well that would actually help me on other things, other problems and other difficulties that I'm experiencing. And whenever I'm kind of looking for a mentor, if you want to be my mentor, then you can just comment down below and I'll send you my Discord or something. But whenever I'm looking for a mentor or something on the internet, I always just end up with the kind of same responses to just watch content and read books. And I used to watch content and read books all the time. I still read books and watch content now. However, the difference between reading books and watching content to mentoring is the fact that mentoring is a 10 times more personal and tailored experience compared to watching content and reading books. Whenever I'm trying to read books on health or productivity or finance or whatever, they always kind of assume that your life is in a certain situation, and it may not fit specifically tailored to me, and it may not fit specifically tailored to you as well. You probably read a few books on how to genuine self-improvement books, and it kind of puts you in a situation that you're not actually in. It will assume that when you're starting a business or getting a job, whatever, that you've already done this or you've already done that, but it doesn't tell you how to do something that you've not done. However, if you went to a life coach and asked them for help, if you went to a mentor and asked them for help, you went to a role model and asked them for help, they'd give you a tailored response, because they're your life coach, they're your mentor, they know you and they know your experiences, and you can learn from their experiences, which may be similar. And even if they don't share too many similar experiences to you, they're going to be able to apply their situations in a much easier way to yours, compared to if they were writing a book that has to appeal to so many million consumers if they want to make money and make a living off of that book. And it's the same thing with watching content. I mean, my content, it probably isn't specifically tailored to you. However, something like me mentoring you and me helping you on your problems, that would be specifically tailored for you. And there may be another video that I've done that would be tailored to you. However, YouTube just hasn't recommended it to you yet. And if you think that that might be the case, then you can check out my channel, or you can check out my life coaching if you do need some really specific problem that needs to be solved because it's genuinely hindering you in your life. And There are so many different ways to find a mentor. As I've said, I need a mentor, and you can just find them on the internet. You can just get advice from people on websites like Quora and stuff like that. There's loads of life coaches out there, but the best life coach that you have is your father and your siblings, because you all share really similar experiences. And I'm doing a video on fathers tomorrow, which is apt because it's Father's Day, and like your father should be your best role model. However, either like you're a father's child, which is often the case for so many young men nowadays, and just so many young men and young women, and just people in general don't have a good father figure in their life, because they may have a father figure, but realistically they may not be like a strong father, and they often just go out to parties and like drink wine and drink beer and don't end up being a good father figure. Maybe they're abusive, and maybe they don't actually take care of you, maybe they neglect you, and they're not actually a good father figure. But if you have a good father figure, then they're the ones that you should take advice from, because like that's how you develop in life. That's how raising your children works, because you take advice from your father and they end up becoming your mentor. And you can do the same thing with like an older brother or an older sister who stops you from experiencing the same problems that they have in their life. And it means that you can kind of go through scot-free and experience your own problems that are different, and you solve them, and then you stop other people from experiencing the same problems as you. It's like a whole weird kind of cycle of mentorship, which eliminates loads of problems, and it means that new ones come up, and that means that when you mentor someone, those new problems go away for that person, but different ones come up. It's a weird, like, whole funny cycle of things. But if you don't have a good father figure in your life or an older brother, then there's plenty of life coaches on the internet, including I, and there's other links in the description which should help you in like your self-improvement journey. And I recommend subscribing because it's free, and I love this community of young tribal men who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have. So good luck.